So I'm making this video here from the farmer's market, one of my favorite places to come to here in Hollywood. And I'm here because we come here all the time, but specifically one of my wife's relatives is here from out of town, and we thought, hey, let's go there and have some food. And we ate all kinds of actually meats, Colombian. We ate brisket, lots and lots of food all over the place here. And then also I've always wanted to try Ethiopian food, and finally got the opportunity to try Ethiopian food, and it was delicious. It was this real funky type of bread, and then on top of it were all these different vegetarian dishes, and then you just grab everything with your hands and you eat it, and it was great. Craig Garber, my diet is still going to hell. That's what I'm going to tell you. But regardless, you are not here. I doubt that you're here, however, to hear about my horrible eating habits, and let's get on with the show. So let's talk about boots on the ground. So let's talk about the first thing that you need at the very basic level is you need photos. And granted, yes, you can get Google Street View, but at some point you're going to need interior photos of a property. Now, one simple hack that you could use is simply ask the owner if they can send you some photos, and you could just say, you know what, Mr. Seller, it would certainly expedite our underwriting if you had some photos available that you can snap real quick of the property and send those over to us. And then that way I can go ahead and get those into our underwriting department, and we can expedite things. Otherwise, then we'll have to set up a time for us to take a look at the inside of the property and do, and it would just delay us a couple of days. And so sometimes they may have photos. So the second option for photos is a company called BPO Photo Flow. BPO Photo Flow. I forgot about the name's a little bit weird. So if anybody can go ahead and write that in one of the comments, BPO photoflow.com. And what they do is it's really a company that works with realtors, and so that if you're a realtor and you have properties, bank-owned properties, then you hire this company, and they got people that will go out and snap photos of the properties. I think they're fairly reasonable. There's a service called WeGoLook.com that I used to use before in the past, but I had a heck of a hard time the last few times I tried to use them. Their website wasn't even working properly, so at the end I decided not to use them and found this place, and so far I've been happy with them. So this is a great service for you to get photos of your property. So that's the first option. So let's talk about the next step, which is just not just the photos, but now you have to show the property. And so this is where it gets tricky sometimes, because many times if you're having buyers go to the property and you're not there, then you're having to deal with the possibility that the buyer can talk to the seller or could get into different conversations, and then all of a sudden now your deal can run away from you. And so really what you need many times is not just a photo person, but you need almost like a referee, somebody who's going to kind of keep the order, who's going to make sure that the buyer doesn't talk to the seller about them, about the price that you pay for the property or why they're there or anything of that nature. And so how do you do that? Well, there's three options for doing that. The first option, and the easiest option, is if you have somebody that you know personally in that market, you can get them to take a look at the property, and then now you can just either, they can do that as a favor to you, or you can pay them $50, $100, something simple, and you tell them, hey, look, I may need you to show the property a couple times, and you give them directions, instructions in terms of, now obviously you have to prep the buyer and make sure that, hey, look, I'm selling you the contract. So you can ask a seller about anything related to the property, but you're not to ask them or have any discussions around price. And the importance here is in the beginning, really vetting your buyers and making sure that they understand what is going on here, that you're selling the contract, and you want to make sure that you have strong buyers that value what you're doing, so that they're not going to want to screw you, because at the end, then that means they're not going to get any more properties from you. So there's a particular amount of vetting you need to do at the beginning to make sure that you're not going to have any problems or issues. And then, of course, prepping the buyers before they go to the property. And so now you've got you at least have a higher degree of certainty that you're not going to have any sort of issues come up. The second way that you can go ahead and have someone help you with showing the properties is a realtor or a real estate agent. And that is finding someone who knows the investor game, that knows how to deal with investors, knows about assignments, and then chatting with them and asking them if they would consider showing the property. And you're going to end up paying more money for that versus the first option, which is a friend of yours, and maybe paying them a certain amount per property etc. So I'm telling you these things in the order upon which you're going to end up spending more money, or you're going to end up giving more of your deal, depending on which option you choose. So again, if it's a real estate agent, then what I would recommend is either capping a commission based on a flat fee. So if the property is $50,000, you might pay them 3% for being able to show the property a couple times, or being able to run interference at the property. What I would also consider is giving them whatever leads you have that don't turn out to be listings, give it to them without any sort of referral fee. Just saying, hey, you can have all these leads for free that I get that are not going to turn into anything, and now you can make some money from that. And now at the same time, I'm going to pay you for showing these properties to these buyers, and for you to be my boots on the ground. And so again, you can either do a flat fee or a percentage. Most of the time they're used to doing percentages, so I like doing percentages. And then you got to make sure that your margins are such that you can accommodate a percentage of the deal. In order to be able to, you can accommodate a percentage of commission based against the price that you're buying it, so that now you don't have, you can afford to be able to do that. So that's one option, is to be able to use a real estate agent. And then the last option, another wholesaler. And the reason why I say the last option is because another wholesaler is going to want the biggest percentage of your deal. Typically, they're going to want 50% of your deal in order for them to show the property, in order for them to be boots on the ground, in order for them to do all this work. Now, if you are going to get another wholesaler, then you might as well get another wholesaler that has a buyer's list. So now, in addition to them just showing the property, now you have the ability for them to be able to also help you sell the property. They're not going to make any extra money for doing that, but they're just going to be able to have the opportunity to, you're going to have the opportunity to work with somebody who already has an existing buyer's list, which will then help you in moving that property. So again, the options are, you can have a friend that is going to be able to help you in selling the property, number one, or somebody that you know in that local area that is going to be able to show the property, and you're going to pay them a very small flat fee. Another option that I've used before is getting a notary, but this was a notary that we had already worked with many times, and we, after quite a few things that he's done for us, then we kind of explained to him what we do, and then he was okay with going and showing properties, and he would get paid the same thing he would get paid with a notary fee. But the ideal scenario for long term would be a real estate agent that you can work with, that you can give them your leads, that they'll be able to help you sell the properties, because they might have buyers, or they might have various resources. You can get some MLS comps from them, and so to me, that's the longest term relationship that you can establish without having to go out and give up a good portion of your deal. Because again, if you get another real estate investor involved, they're going to want 50% typically, and that's going to eat away at your profits. So that's my advice for boots on the ground. Here's what I'd like to do. I made this video for you just to kind of give you a big overview. So if you can go ahead and post as a comment your questions, what you need clarified, and I will go ahead and create another video for you as a follow-up to this one, helping in making sure that you know exactly what you need to do in order to make this happen for you. You want to be in my video?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to be in my video?
Yeah.
What are you going to say? Can you say the end of the video?
No.
What's the end of the video? What do you want? What do we want them to do?
Subscribe, click the notification bell, and like this video.
Oh my God, but you didn't say that with so much energy. You got to have some more energy.
I know.
Yes. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, it motivates me. It helps me know that you like the content that I'm providing, and that you want me to continue to publish more and create more videos. So go ahead and do that. And that is going to be my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a lot out of it. Hope it answers your questions. And again, let me know what you want clarified. I'll be more than happy to do another video on that.